Hello and welcome to another top 5 Skyrim video. Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 weapon packs and of course a few extra suggestions at the end. I do have a few caveats for the mods included, which is they have to be on the leveled list, craftable with recipes and lore friendly. Modders do such a good job on weapons, I had to narrow it down somehow, but I will leave the links to the others in the description below as well. With that being said though, let's get started. Up first we have the reason I'm making this mod. The Hawker weapon pack by Gosu. This for me is the most impressive weapon pack for a few reasons. The first being it only takes up 5.4 megabytes, and for that tiny amount of space it adds in 14 new weapons and a shield to the game, all with brand new textures and meshes that look fantastic. Each weapon is fully integrated into the leveled list, into the hands of bandits and forsworn, which gives more variation to NPCs who really had none. But we can of course craft and improve them at the blacksmiths using Hawker tusks. So as a side gift of this mod, Hawkers are now less useless. This pack gives us a mace, an axe in one hand, and two-handed variations, a warhammer, 2 daggers, a sword, 2 greatswords, a bow and arrows, and as a topper, the rare addition of a new crossbow and bolts, which look beautiful. My second mod on the list is Weapons of the Third Era. This mod adds in a bunch of Morrowind inspired weapons to the leveled list and crafting menu. Included in this mod are katanas, longsword, nodashis, scimitars, tontos, wakizashi and more. I hope I pronounced those correctly. Those are the mod author's words, not mine. Each are well implemented, designed, created and ported onto the Xbox for us to play around with. I love to see weapons and armors move up from the previous games, as it somewhat alleviates the argument of lore friendly or not. Plus we get to see some of our favourite old tools brought back to life with high quality textures and meshes, so there's always that too. I will say this mod is far larger than my previous at 82.8 megabytes. In third, I'm placing a mod that's very new to me but very worthwhile, Believable Weapons. This mod takes up a mere 19.5 megabytes of your load order, but what it does for that tiny price is again insane. Believable Weapons remeshes all of the melee weapons in the game. It is my number one weapon replacer or remesher or whatever you'd like to call it. All of your swords have been slimmed down and sharpened to make them look more realistic. Maces and hammers have been redesigned to look more in line with the ethos of the crafting element they fall under, and your axes are sharper and moved around to fit the design better. I will say, in my opinion, the elven weapons come off the best in this, which is really cool because I like the armors, but I find the weapons to be really lacking. What's cool about this mod is you can even use your own textures if you like. The mod just doesn't seem to conflict with anything, and for all of these reasons and more, it is a must-have. I know this, strictly speaking, hasn't added a weapon pack to the game, but trust me when I say everything will feel newer and better. But don't take my word for it, try it out. My fourth mod is Forgotten Weapons of the Arkani, all in one, and boy does this thing pack a lot. I'll start by telling you that it's 167.1 megabytes in file size, but if we average this out per item, enchantments and everything given, it's a very small price to pay. This pack gives us 18 swords, 23 blunt weapons, 13 agricultural items, which you'll see when you download it, 24 shields and 9 bows. These are craftable, lootable, enchantable, and even on some occasions come with some really inventive additions. I will leave a link for you to check these out because they have to be seen to be believed. When this mod was first released, it had so many bugs that the author had to take it down and rework it from the ground up, and damn, I'm happy they did. I can now report this is all working as intended. Another mod I rate extremely highly, and I'm happy to recommend it to anyone. And finally, my fifth mod. You'll have seen me use this one in many previous videos, both in the armors included as well as the excellently well done weapons. I suppose it's only ever a matter of time though before I wax lyrical about Nord War UA's work. This time I'm suggesting the unplayable faction armors, another larger mod at 155.4 megabytes for the 1k textures, or you could go for 2k textures at 291.8 megabytes, but I do suggest the 1k and it's such high quality. Like the previous mod, I'm not even sure where to start here because there's so much. This mod adds in multiple sets of armors and weapons for factions such as Vigilance of the Stendarr, Silverhand, Blackbloods, Alakir and many more. Each come with variants and different levels of heavy, medium and light. The weapons, which admittedly aren't the main focus of this mod, are still massively high class, and there are of course a ton of these in here. Again, this is fully integrated into the leveled list at vendors, NPCs, it's fully craftable and designed to fit in so well with the game, but it is a class all of its own. The detailing right down to the chainmail, the intricate designs on the hilts and blades make this a true must-have. But again, don't take my word for it, check them out on Nexus or the Bethesda site, try them, you will not be disappointed. And now for what will probably be the busiest extra suggestions I will ever do. First we have Oriel's crossbows and swords, which all are added into a chest by Oriel's statue and they fit in alongside the bow perfectly. Then another by Gosu is the weapons pack, and damn do these look good, all craftable, all high class. Moving on to Diamond Smithing Complete. Amazing looking, making gems worthwhile, craftable and so much variation that you will not believe it. Up next is Scalagrim's Armory, which nearly made it into the main section if only it had a few more weapons, but don't let that deter you, what it does have is beautiful. You should also try Thane Weapons Reborn, as it makes sense the nobles should have good weapons and now they do. Ismael's Lord of the Rings weapons, which adds in some high quality fantasy weapons from that franchise. Nikroshi's Creations add in some beautiful weapons of many types into a compilation fit for any playthrough. And finally, one you definitely know, Billy Rose Weapons and Armor Compendium. If this ever got leveled list integrated, it would be my number one. Some beautiful stuff here, and even the quest they send you on is high quality, just the way that you find the weapons is so well done, but it missed out on the main section due to my earlier caveats. Phew! I can breathe again. I know I said a lot here, but I hope this helps someone. As always, I'd love to hear your favourites, so comment below with those, and of course, I hope I've earned a like or even your subscription. But either way, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.